language teacher, and I really appreciated his thoughtfulness through a laid-back manner, and how he really provides deep thinking, not only within our group, but also with his students, and he really, really makes sure that those personal connections are there, so I really admire that.
This is Kayla. She's a 7th grade workshop teacher at West Palm Middle School, and I've had the pleasure of working with Kayla, because I teach there as well, for the last 4 years. But this year I've really gotten to know her well, and I really admire how selfless she is. She always puts herself and her colleagues before herself. Sometimes it can be kind of hard on her. But being in her classroom, she's got a rare talent of being very rigorous, but when you walk in there, the kids are always smiling, having fun, and learning a lot. So it's been a pleasure.
Hey everybody, this is Jamie. Jamie teaches at Heartland South, and last year she taught 4th grade, and this year she'll be moving into 3rd grade. We have been very, very fortunate to have Jamie with us in our cohort, because one of her biggest growth points was always finding different types of literacy with blogs and podcasts and tons of resources and articles. Not only was she a great resource for us, but whenever we had a problem, Jamie always kind of took us under her wing and was like, can I help you? Let's think about this. What do you need to do? So no matter what, one of the best things about Jamie is that she always had your back and was always there.
This is Christine. She's a middle school band teacher at Wheatland Center in Burlington. The biggest thing that Christine brought to our cohort is her perspective of being a band teacher and how literacy is connected to band and how literacy is connected to everything. So she really brought that lens for us to see literacy as something more than just being a reading teacher, but how we can use it across other curricular areas too.
This is Carly, and she teaches at a STEM Academy in Fond du Lac with a multi-age 3, 4, 5 class. And I have really taken from Carly her openness and her willingness to share her experiences and her opinions, and is not afraid to give her opinions and why, which I always found very interesting and funny at times. So I appreciate her for her personality.
This is Ashley. She teaches 4th and 5th multi-age and Sheboygan at TISA, and Ashley does a wonderful job of thinking about herself and her thinking and how she's impacting others, and she's helped me process through my actions and think about how I can stand.
This is Paige. She teaches at Carver Academy kindergarten, and something that I really appreciate about having Paige as part of our community was being able to see her grow this year, and she was really open about the things she was struggling with, but also really pushed herself to take what she was learning and let that change the way she thought about literacy and the way she thought about what was going on in her classroom. And she was just so open to challenge and accepting her situation. It was awesome.
This is Brenda. She's a former 6th grade teacher, but is going to be taking a step up into a literacy coach role for the Merton School District. Something that Brenda brings to our community is a deep passion for literacy leadership and helping teachers help students. She also provides some good
This is Melissa. She is a level 2 teacher at STEM Randall. She has brought a huge amount of collaboration and just positivity. She is constantly finding ways to just bring the group up and to remind us to kind of what to look forward to and enjoy. The other thing that she really brought to all of us that we could take to our classrooms was the ability to set goals with our students no matter what age group they were in. So that was a huge asset that she brought with her.
This is Anna Rose. She is 2nd and 3rd grade at Hawthorne in Waukesha, special education. And something that I really got from Anna is just her constant way to look at something differently and coming up with different ideas and her inclusion practices.
This is Kathy. She teaches 2nd grade in Sussex. She shared and inspired our cohort with her in-depth knowledge of foundational literacy and how to build a literate classroom environment that fosters passion and a love for reading.
Okay, now, normally when we get together, every session, we're in a circle. So ironically, when we first started, I I sat next to Dee Dee. So this is Dee Dee. And she was the first person I met, and ironically, I sat next to her on the last day, so this is super beautiful. She's a K-1 teacher at Randall, and I really respect Dee Dee for her honesty and thoughtful responses during this year. She helped me think deeper about topics and kept me wondering about different things, so I appreciate her for that.
Great. So throughout this year, we have grown together as a group of professionals through shared experiences, conversation, and critical reflection. The community we've built with each other is the most valuable part of our learning experience together. So through the design and the goals of our colloquium, we're hoping to recreate that experience for you on a smaller scale. We've structured this experience around 4 breakout groups, and the groups are based on topics that we found impacted our literacy instruction the most. Those are philosophical questioning, community, feedback, and a literacy simulation. The groups are stationed around this room as well as in the kitchen and in this room next door. So there will be 2 20-minute sessions. You'll have the opportunity to participate in 2 of the groups of your choice, after which we'll come together for a little bit of a closing. We have a couple things we would appreciate if you kept in mind as you go through these experiences.
All right, so we have a couple goals for you, and one of them is for you just to kind of think about the experiences you bring to the sessions that you're going to choose to go to, whether it's your personal life experiences or your professional experiences, and kind of think about how that relates to you and that activity. And the second goal is to kind of think about how those experiences, those sessions you'll be going to relate to equity. So the connection we're going to kind of make towards education in this is thinking about like a lot of schools in the current system is focused on equality, meaning that everyone's kind of giving the same thing. And we in our cohort have talked about what are more equitable practices for students and us to be doing as teachers and just people in our life. So if you could just keep that in mind, think about what experiences you bring to these sessions, and also think about how those sessions relate to equity.
So once again, those groups, the topics are philosophical questioning, which is happening in the back community, which is happening in the kitchen. Feedback, which will be up here, and literacy simulation is happening in that room. We'll sort of move through, we have about 20 minutes, and then we'll let you know when the next one's going. Please grab drinks and snacks as you travel and are participating. Go ahead and choose where you want to go first.
And there are signs on